we're back. And Pink Hamsterino, to answer your question, yes, this is an EC Comics Mad magazine. Mad, wow. Let's see right here. And I said I'd look at it the next time we were filming in, yeah. And it's going for $100 here at Dreamland, so if you're interested, just, give us a call.
If you guys ever see anything back here that you're interested in, we have a website. It's dreamlandcomics.com. Most of the stuff's on our website, too. So if you really can't find it anywhere else and you see something back here and you want to buy it or see how much it is, just go to dreamlandcomics.com. And all our back issues are listed on there. So.
And make sure you tell them that you heard about it here on the Comic Culture Warrior channel. All right, so we talked about the top-selling comics of 2008, kind of a depressing picture as far as we're concerned, because it basically says that folks are willing to pay $3.99 for a book and
for shit.
And again, it's Marvel is the only company that's doing this right now. Other comic publishers are holding the prices down. I know I work for Dynamite. I freelance for them. They went up, but instead of taking that full dollar jump from $2.99 to $3.99, they went only halfway to $3.50. And when you say,
but they're keeping the boys down at $2.99.
They're keeping the boys down at $2.99. Yeah, which is actually their top-selling book.
Yeah,
The Boys is their top-selling book, and they're keeping it at $2.99, which is, again, which is just why the whole issue with Marvel confuddles me. But anyway, top-selling graphic novels of 2008, though, completely different story. In fact, if you look at this list, there's not a single Marvel collection or graphic novel on this list. Mm-hmm. Number one, Watchmen, which is no surprise because of the movie coming up. I take it, Killing Joke, especially with The Dark Knight. So much being pulled from The Killing Joke and used in the movie The Dark Knight. I can see why people did that. And then, of course, the Joker hardcover by Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo. And then after that, I mean, Why the Last Man, which is actually, this also gives me a lot of hope. Mm-hmm. Why the Last Man.
Two Why the Last Man.
Yeah, two Why the Last Mans. Number 4 and number 10 are Why the Last Man collections. Of course, your favorite writer ever, Robert Kirkman, is at number 5 with Walking Dead. Dark Knight Returns, that one's always going to be in there. So the collection of that is there. This one surprised me. Fables.
That doesn't surprise me.
Came in at number 7.
Vertigo trades sell really good.
Trades?
They sell really awesome.
And then, of course, Wanted. You had the movie last year, and that probably contributed to a spike in sales of the Wanted trade paperback. And then, of course, one that we can all smile about, but at number 9, Dark Horse makes an appearance with the No Future for You collection, also written by Brian K. Vaughan. So he can claim that he holds more spots than Alan Moore.
Yeah, Alan Moore,
on the
2,
collection.
Brian K. Vaughan, Mark Miller with 1, Frank Miller. Yeah, but that's back when he was good. But I love the fact that Walking Dead is number 5, and nowhere on any of these lists is Jeff Loeb's name.
And that's interesting that you should say that, because there are quite a few trades. They've collected the Hulk trades. They've collected the Ultimates. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of Jeff Loeb product out there in trade form, and yet you don't see his name in the top 10.
Right, and even his DC stuff, which was his better stuff, and he came out with a bunch of trades for Marvel, like the Onslaught Reborn, came out last year. Hulk Red, Ultimates 3, Supreme Power, like all those collections came out, and he's nowhere on here.
He's nowhere on there.
Good.
Interesting.
It's kind of funny because when I look at the graphic novel side, these are all awesome books.
Right. Yes. No. I can't find a dud in there. Yeah.
But then you look at the top comics, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
It's like, well, you know what? Maybe it's like a lot of folks say about with the trades. It's in the long term, the quality wins out. Maybe when Secret Invasion comes out in trade form, who knows? It'll Civil War. Did that sell a lot of trades?
I don't remember. That's a good question. I don't remember.
Top 10?
I don't remember.
Because, it seems like with these events, you have it's in the moment, that immediate gratification, and that story grabs you right then and there. Whereas the trades are things that can go, that they stand the test of time.
Yeah, and then you look at the Watchmen, Killing Joke, Batman, Dark Knight Returns. Those have been around forever, for 20 years.
They have. That's true.
And I mean, they're just perennial sellers,
and they're really good. They're
all really good.
Yeah, they are really, really
but,
good.
I mean, that to have 3 graphic novels on there, at least 20 years old, and it's still on there. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree. So maybe there is hope there, and although I kind of wish that Buffy trade was higher up on the list, just because they're so moderately priced. They're really affordably priced. The Buffy trades are.
What sort of DC trades though?
That's true. No, you're right. The DC trades, and especially with Watchmen now, where they've come out with a whole lot of different formats where you can just get the story.
It's like $19.99 for the whole 12 issues.
For the 12 issues, and I just reread it myself, and I forgot what a really good story it is.
And I mean, the Vertigo trades are anywhere from $9.99 to like $15.99.
Right. All right, so that's something that that we can kind of be a little more optimistic about. We'll end this segment on that. When we come back, for once, we must give a requiem to this. We'll see you in the next segment.